me. Pull up in a Rari, my beside me. It's a two-seater, yo, can't rock, I'm sorry. I'm getting high, close to my
welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, I'm Subrena. If you are new here, I create beauty, lifestyle, self-care, and healing content. If any of those topics interest you, then definitely subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. For all of my fam that's been here, hey, I am here finally with a hair update video. I am done with my protective style season. Fall has officially arrived to Florida, even though it rained yesterday and rained today because, you know, hurricane season. But it's getting cooler. It's not as humid out. So y'all know what that means. It's officially straight hair season for me, and I'm so excited. So the last time you guys saw my hair out was when I was making the slew of heat trained natural hair or straight hair natural hair regimens, and ever since then I have been protective styling, and you guys can clearly see the growth. It has been 5 whole months, and this is what 5 months of growth looks like for me. I will go ahead and insert a picture of the last time I straightened my hair and now. So today is a wash day for me. I'm going to take you guys through my wash day of coming out of all of those protective style, basically giving myself a 0 to 100 wash day hair revamp, you know, a little makeover, get her popping, get her ready to be out and about, you know. So I already know, before I jump into the wash day, I know a lot of you guys can be like, what have you been doing? What have you been using? And I did make a video explaining what I was going to be doing during my protective style. I will leave that link down below and also in the cards. I don't really do cards a lot, I know, but I'm gonna start. But then y'all gotta make sure you come back to this video. Wipe this off, it's a little bit, you know, greasy from all the use. So if you don't really want to have to go check that out, the main thing I've been using, if you've been on my channel, you know, if you're new here, it is the Simply Hair Growth Oil, and this is like liquid gold, you guys, okay, especially during my protective style season, because I get to use it the most during that season versus when my hair is straight. Obviously I want to enjoy my straight hair, so you know, I can't really, you know, oil my hair that often. So during my protective styling, basically my heat stress month, I go in on this, okay? So the link to this bad boy will be down below. It is my secret to my fast hair growth. It's been the secret, which is kind of no secret, but yeah, so this is the main culprit that I can thank for these real inches, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into the wash day. So starting out, I'm coming out of a bun that has been in my hair for a month, and it shows, okay? I haven't taken my hair out of this bun to do anything. I will just moisturize it, spritz it with some water, brush it back up in the bun, and I don't know what I caused, but it took some hair out, and I was hurt. I was so hurt. I was like, how could you play me like this? You're in a bun. You're supposed to be protected. Like, I was in disbelief. I was in shock because it was just a clump of hair just came out, and I'm like, why? I don't understand why. I don't know where it came from. I didn't know what my hair was going to look like after. I didn't know if I was going to have a huge section just gone, but I was just like, how dare you? The audacity, okay? So if you guys are wearing buns, take your buns out every now and then, you know, finger through. I was just, anyways, first things first is we are going to go ahead and refresh my color because it has been probably going on a little bit over 7 months now since I have dyed my hair. I've tried different hair dyes throughout the time, and honestly I always come back to my old faithful, which is the Revlon Color Silk dye, and my favorite shade, they have a blue black, which they took that off the shelves, and then they had a natural blue black, and then they took that off the shelf. So then I was doing regular black, and I was like, we like blue black over here, okay? So I went on Amazon, got me a 3-pack, and you know, it's on and popping. So it's literally like $2 and some change, this dye, if you go to Walmart. Some Walmarts will have the natural blue black, some won't. It's hit or miss, but honestly, you can just get it on Amazon. Again, I am going to leave all the links to all the products used in this video in the description box, so definitely make sure you check that out. So yeah, I did my little dye thing, and it's very easy. You know, you mix it up and apply it. Since I haven't dyed my hair in so long, and since I had a dye job before that I used a developer and then the dye pack, I feel like once the dye washed out, because the developer, even though it was a 10 volume developer, it still has to lighten your hair a little bit to deposit the color. So I felt like it left my hair even lighter than what my hair was before. So usually for, you know, job touch-ups, I really only mainly focus on like the first few inches of my hair. But this time when I dyed my hair, I did go in and apply the dye basically around 3/4 of my hair in each section, and I left the ends out till the very end. So I did about pretty thick chunks, and I would apply it very close to my root, but I did try my very best not to get it on my scalp, because prior, when I used the developer and color combo, I did get a very bad chemical burn on my scalp. It was not fun. Like, it literally had like crusty, and you know when you get like a permanent relaxer and it scabs, like, and it was like the whole back section of my head. It was bad. So that's another reason I'm like, you know what, you out here trying to be fancy like a salon girl. No, stick with what you know. This dye has never ever like irritated my scalp or anything like that. I get the best color payoff. It lasts so long, and even when it rinses out, I guess when your blue tint rinses out, your hair still looks very dark. And even when my hair grows out, it's like a significant difference. You can tell where the dye stops and where you have new growth, because this dye, honestly, as cheap as it is, it's just so good. And honestly, I don't have any adverse effects from it, so I love it. So the direction on this dye says you're supposed to have it on your hair for a total of 25 minutes. And by the time I apply it, you know, natural hair, you gotta work it in, you gotta massage it in, you gotta love it into your hair. I'm pretty sure the 25 minutes have passed by now. So after I apply the dye to all the different 4 sections of my hair, that's when I go back and I just kind of you know, squeeze the dye in my hand, rub it around, and then I will put it through the ends of my hair, because it's the oldest part of my hair. I don't want to have chemicals on it longer than it needs to. I don't want to damage it, if you know, unnecessarily. So then once I do that, and by the time I get through all the sections of working it in, seeing if there's any missing patches of color, you know, all of that, I will probably leave it in for just like 5 minutes after that, and then it's time to shampoo. So when it comes to shampooing, especially because I'm dyeing and because I've had the chemical burn experience prior with a dye, I just don't want to take any chances again. It took a really long time for my scalp to get over that, and my scalp is still kind of sensitive in that area even to this day, and that was literally like months and months ago. So my first shampoo, I am going to use the Silk Elements Luxury Moisturizing Neutralizing Shampoo, and I just want to make sure that the dyeing process, the chemical process, has completely stopped. My hair is no longer going to be processing or anything like that. So I give myself a really good shampoo with that. And then my second round of shampoo, I am using the Biotera Anti-Frizz Intense Smoothing Shampoo. I love the Biotera line. To me, it's literally like a Sally's salon quality brand. After I fully shampoo my hair and make sure it's really good, like I make sure all the dye is out, my scalp, like everything, like I really paid attention when I did this shampoo. I am gonna go in with a color treatment, and this is the Ion Color Brilliant After Color Treatment, and it helps close cuticle and lock your color deep inside the hair. So after you shampoo, your hair is gonna feel a little bit dry. Of course, you just did a chemical process, and you also did a clarifying shampoo, really, which is what the neutralizing is. So I use a good amount of this treatment in each section, and this literally like melts your hair, you guys. It's so crazy because it's very weird how it acts. So upon applying it to my hair instantly like melted. It felt so soft. It felt so good. And I applied a very generous amount of this in each section because I honestly only dye my hair about twice a year now, which is really every 6 months. I did get asked that a lot. So the max time I will dye my hair is going to be 3 times a year, but on average, it's honestly just 2 times a year, around every 6 months. So yeah, I'm very generous with this treatment. And on the direction, it says to leave it on 3 to 4 minutes and then rinse. And it does have a warning that says use this as directed. So because your hair is going to feel so good, you're going to want to leave this on longer than you should, but I don't. So by the time I applied it throughout my hair, honestly, it was like time to rinse it out. So I left it on for a couple minutes and then I went ahead and rinsed it out of my hair. So to deep condition, because I am straightening my hair and I didn't want to be too weighed down, and most of my deep conditioners are natural deep conditioners, I then went ahead and decided to deep condition with the Biotera Anti-Frizz Intense Smoothing Conditioner, and it is the matching conditioner to the shampoo. Again, I love Biotera products. They just make my hair feel so amazing. Their conditioners has the best slip ever, and I've compared it to like regular other like Aussie products and then natural hair care products, but their conditioners has the best slip, hands down. My hair always feels so good. So this, I applied a very generous amount to each section, and then I would section into smaller sections, and then that's when I would go in with my shower comb and detangle. If you notice throughout this video, I didn't necessarily detangle beforehand, but throughout the process, whenever I would be applying any products, even the color, whatever loose hair was coming out, I would just pull them out very gently, and I would just finger detangle any big knots that I would find. But I wasn't too worried about the detangling process because I knew I knew this baby was gonna come in, okay, and do its thing, and it does. So it literally just melts, tangles away, and yeah, so I just applied that. I detangled. I took my time. If there was any really huge knots, I would go in and finger detangle it to loosen it up. So I wouldn't be ripping out any hair unnecessarily or anything like that. And then I would just twist each section up, and I put on a little deep conditioning cap. And originally I was going to leave this on my hair for about 30 minutes or so, but then I got kind of lazy, so I left this on my hair for 2 hours. Best decision ever, okay? Best decision ever. So I chilled out. I watched me some girlfriends, ate. I didn't have anywhere to go. Okay, and it honestly has been a really long time since my hair got like a really good treatment. It's been a month to be exact. So I was like, you know what, baby girl, soak it all in. You deserve it all, boo. You deserve it all, okay? So I left it on for 2 hours, and then after, that's when I jumped in the shower and rinsed it out. And I really wish I would have came to you guys and showed you my hair before I rinsed it out, because the way this thing just like silkifies your hair, like my curls was just, it looked like I had a Jerry curl, okay? That's what this does. This thing is just, I love it, okay? I went in the shower, rinsed it out, did my normal shower routine, hopped out. So now it's time to style, it's time to straighten. It was time to see how much my hair grew. Yes, so I applied all my leave-ins to my damped hair. That is a question I get a lot, like, oh, do you do it in damp hair? Do you do it after? I apply all my leave-ins in damp hair. So usually I would apply a leave-in conditioner to my hair, but it does weigh your hair down. Yes, it does, because it is a cream base. Most leave-in conditioners is a cream base, and even though the one I have from Biotera is pretty light, I just kind of wanted to see the difference that it would make. And also because I had the deep conditioner on my hair for like 2 hours, I didn't feel that it was necessary to even condition it more. Like, baby was good, okay? Baby's not thirsty no more. She is good. So I went ahead and basically put in my silkening treatments and my heat protectant. So I used my, like, this is a fave. This ain't going nowhere. Like, there's no other serum that can honestly really top this. So this is the BioSilk Silk Therapy serum. So I did like a dime size amount in each section of my hair. It really worked it in. And then I went in with my Silk Elements Megasilk Olive Heat Protectant. I really do love this heat protectant. It gives such a great shine and it doesn't leave your hair oily. Do be very careful with these though, because if you do go overboard, your hair will become oily. I spray just enough. And then I would go in with my detangling brush to make sure that it got through all sections of my hair. So, you know, every single strand was protected. So when it comes to blow drying, I do like to use the tension method first. So I would hold my hair taut and use the blow dryer to kind of stretch the hair and soak up most of the water to make it easier to then go through with a brush. You guys have asked the heat setting that I use for my blow dryer. It's always on high heat and high air, or like, you know, high flow, whatever it's the second one's called. Yes, so that's how I blow dry my hair. So usually I blow dry with the attachment. And it's annoying because it does fly off sometimes, and then I'm like, yo, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep having to pick you up off the floor. And it would just get very frustrating. So today I got a paddle brush and I was like, listen, we are going to learn how to make this work, okay? And also because I just kept watching different stylists and different videos, and they, you know, they say it's all in the blow dry. And it's very, very true, okay? So I was like, we're going to learn today. You're going to learn today, okay? And we learned today. So, yeah, after I did the tension method, I went in with my detangling brush first, which is the Kareco detangling brush. Love that brush. I detangled first to make sure I got rid of any knots because I didn't want to cause any unnecessary breakage. And then I went in with my paddle brush and used, you know, the little blow dry and brush method, and I did it in different directions. I really make sure I was pulling my roots taut to get through it. And at first I was a little bit scared because I was like, you know what? You're not getting as silky and fluid as I thought you would, but it clearly, clearly it did the job. Yeah, so I just did that through each section. I really took my time. I really made sure each section was detangled before I went in with the paddle brush. That was the main reason why I kind of used the comb attachments previously in the past, is because anytime I've ever tried to use a brush before, I used to cause a lot of breakage on my hair. Me and brushes don't have the best relationship, because if you would have probably already seen in this video, is that towards the front of my hair is still recovering from a brush incident. Okay, me and the Denman style brushes, we weren't getting along, honey. We were not getting along. So the back of my hair is obviously a lot thicker. It's a completely different texture than the front of my hair. So the back of my hair is strong. Okay, that thing holds on for dear life. Can't nothing mess it up. The front of my hair is real finicky. It's real fine. It's real delicate. She needs to be pampered. And you know, the Denman brush was its worst enemy. So the ends of my hair in the front, it's very thin compared to like the first half of it, because it's growing out, but it's growing out so nicely now. So I'm so happy. It's flourishing, it's coming back, it's doing its thing. Yes. So after I finish blow drying my whole entire hair, then I do go back and kind of, I learned this from the, you know, professionals. I went back and I did switch from hot air to low air. Mine doesn't really do cool air. I wish it did. It has a button that's very, very hard to press, so it's kind of pointless. So it does high heat and then low heat, but it's not cool heat. So I switched it to low heat, and then I just brush my hair in all different directions, and this is supposed to help your hair flow and move, you know, easier and things like that. And then also to kind of cool down my hair from the heat as well. So then, you know, I got my flat iron. We was ready to flat iron, and I just couldn't wait. Again, I did not put any additional products on my hair or anything like that because I've already put in everything that I needed to put in from the beginning. And from there, I really just sectioned my hair into different sections. I like to go like quadrant by quadrants, really. So I would do one section in the back and then one like from ear to ear through the crown, and then obviously the front. So for this, I did use a chase method. I always use a chase method, and I use a rat tail comb that I got from my first wigs. And I love this rat tail comb because the teeth are a lot smaller and closer than your average rat tail comb. So it really kind of like pulls and separates and stretches your hair while you're flat ironing. So I like loved that rat tail comb. I really, really do. So yeah, I just did that throughout my whole hair. And this time, usually I do flat iron in bigger chunks and bigger sections, but I really wanted my hair to come out really good, y'all. So I did it in like really thinner sections that I normally would. I feel like stylists like fine hair like super thin sections. No. So I did it in thinner sections that I would, and I just really took my time. I went over my roots a few times, and then I pulled the flat iron through the length of my hair. One time really slow to really get it, and then the second time was just kind of like, you know, a sealant. You guys have asked what temperature do I flat iron my hair on. I currently flat iron my hair on 430 degrees. That's what I use. I don't use 450. I feel like it's unnecessary for my hair. I have fine hair, but also I don't use anything less because I also want my hair to come out good, and I don't want to have to keep going over my hair more than the 2 times that I do. After I finished flat ironing my hair, I needed to trim my ends first of all. So originally I did want to go back to my original stylist that did my haircut a year ago. I'll go ahead and insert the picture here because she did such an amazing job, and she kind of had put me on a hair cutting regimen. I was supposed to go back to her every 6 months, but I didn't. I was going to go back to her once a year. But she did recently have a baby. You know, COVID is going on. She wants to keep her family safe, which is totally understandable. And at the time, like now, I just really wasn't interested in trying out a new stylist because it took me a while to actually muster up the courage to trust someone with my hair. I'm not gonna lie. And then the other girl that I would have went to that I got recommendations for, she actually had just closed her books off to only her consistent clients because it is coming up on holiday time, which I understand is good. So she wasn't taking new clients in at the time. So I was like, you know, we gonna do this ourselves. Okay. It ain't nothing new anyways. But anyways, my hair is growing in kind of like a W from where I had breakage because I really have issues with the crown of my hair because for whatever reason, I feel like on one shade, I just don't be wanting to accept that this whole area is a completely different texture from everywhere else. Like this is the coarsest part of my hair, and I just don't be wanting to do what I need to do. So I feel like that part of my hair has suffered a lot of breakage because like I'll get frustrated when it came to detangling until I found my conditioner. Before I knew her, before I knew Biotera, okay, baby was getting all ripped out and everything. Because by the time I came to, I'm just like, I don't understand. Everybody else work. Everybody else, you know, cooperates. Why you gotta be like this, you know? So we was having problems for a really long time. So she got a lot of breakage. So if you see, my hair kind of has like a W shape. And when I went to get my original haircut, I wasn't trying to leave bald. Okay, I just wasn't. So I told her to just take her time with me. So we were gonna cut as time went along. But you know, that section is doing pretty good, even though I do know I need to cut up in here and get it, you know, get it together, but it still has grown out really nice with the rest of my hair. It is doing its thing to keep up, okay? I will give it that. It is doing its hardest and darnest to keep up and not have me out here looking crazy. But either way, we needed to at least at minimum dust my ends, which I think I did a really good job at. So I did get a professional hair shears hair cutting scissors from Amazon, and it's so cute. It's like a little holographic little I love it. It's so, so freaking cute. So this is my designated, of course, hair cutting scissors. So what I did is I sectioned my hair from like, you know, where my ears start to just have the back fully to itself. And I just really combed it out and tried to make sure it was as even as possible. And then I just, you know, I trimmed it up. I, you know, did the little bang bang. And I don't really have any single strand knots or anything like that. My ends are really, really smooth. So I know I don't really have too much split ends. It's just a matter of trimming it for appearance's sake. Yeah, so, and then I did the same thing to the front. I just kind of really combed it out taut and trimmed it and evened it up. Again, the front of my hair is growing out from previous damage, and we're just gonna take our time because, you know, my hair is just growing out really, really nice. So we're just gonna keep growing, keep thriving, and, you know, as it all grows out, we'll just keep cutting away, and eventually there will be no thinning spots anywhere, and, you know, a head full of hair will be achieved. You know, listen, if you don't want to do a full-blown cut to cut everything off, you don't have to. Just want to keep up with your hair regimen, and as time goes on, you do want to keep trimming slowly and slowly away till you reach your, you know, your goals. So after I finished trimming my hair, that's when I went in, and then because again, even though fall has hit, it still rains every now and then. So I did go in with my KMS HAIRSTAY Anti-Humidity Seal Spray. And you guys have seen this in other videos. So I did go ahead and do, you know, a quick shot of that all over. I combed it in, and then that's when I proceeded to wrap my hair. And we know when you wrap your hair, that's what really sets your hair. That's what's going to give it that real flow, like all of the above. So yeah, so I wrapped my hair up how I do it, and then, you know, I went to bed. And of course the next day, now that I'm ready for the big reveal, went ahead and just took my hair down, and I am so happy with just how my hair is looking right now. I'm so happy with the growth. Like, this is just, I'm so happy. My hair is, I want to say it is longer than what it was before. Yeah, it's definitely longer than what it was before I got my hair cut. You know, the thickness is definitely gonna come back once all the damaged area grows out. The ends definitely aren't as thick as they should be, but I don't mind the look right now. Naturally, your hair does taper off anyways. So I know after time, basically I feel like by this time next year, I will definitely be at waist length, and I do think my hair would be a lot fuller from root to tip, because by then I would have been trimming away as well. So yeah, that has been my 0 to 100 wash day revamp, you know, giving my hair a little makeover, you know, getting her ready for the world. She's ready to take, she is ready, okay? Yeah, but I'm so happy with my hair growth, how it's been coming along, my hair health, having those months of protective styling and really tucking my hair away and being able to consistently oil my scalp and feed my scalp that goodness has really paid off. So with the hair growth oil, it doesn't have any crazy, outrageous any kind of oils. It's simple, natural ingredients. It's blended in a way to make sure that all of the oils can perform to its maximum ability. But the number one rule above it all, even if you have the best product in the world, it's consistency. You have to be consistent with it, okay? So now that my hair is, I'm going to be wearing out straight, so honestly, I'll probably only be oiling my hair probably, I want to say 2 weeks out of the month, but realistically I feel like it's going to be 1 week out of the month. So I'm probably not going to have as much hair growth during the colder seasons than I do in the summer, because I'm not going to be using it as often. But I don't know, we'll see, because I don't know what we're going to be doing this season, but you guys will be here to witness it. So if you have made it all the way through the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. If there's any requests, any questions that you have that I did not answer, definitely leave them down below. I do think I'm going to do a Q&A video because you guys do ask one-off questions here and there, and I really do want to answer all of them. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for stopping by and going through this wash day with me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.